everyone, as I said, I am Kristen Durrell and I am your host for today's Littlescribe Author Masterclass, and I am very, very excited to be joined by a wonderful author today. Her name is Amelia Tonta, but some of you might know her as Amelia McInerney because that's the name she's put on some of her books. I know it could be a bit confusing, but I promise you, regardless of whether it's Tonta or McInerney, her books are absolutely fantastic. She is an internationally published picture book author who lives in Canberra with her 3 kids, 2 hermit crabs, I think I need a hermit crab, and a bunch of thirsty pot plants, which I don't need because they won't survive. You might know some of her books. They are the CBC notable book, The Book Chook, a big favourite of mine, Neil the Amazing Sea Cucumber, Jeff Giraffe, and the wonderful Who Fed Zed. Welcome, Amelia.
Hello, thanks for having me. Hi, everyone.
Oh, we're very excited to have you here today, but we are also joined by the amazing author illustrator and our resident illustrator here in the Littlescribe studio, the wonderful James Foley.
Hello, how's it going, everybody? It's great to be with you again. I'm looking forward to doing some drawing of goldfish perhaps in this session, Amelia. I've done one already.
Ooh, spoiler
I'm
alert.
training a little bit. I'm just training, doing some fish drawing.
Amazing. Now look, in today's workshop, and James has given you a bit of a clue there, we are going to draw some animals, but very special types of animals. But I'm not going to give too much away. I'm going to let Amelia tell you exactly what we're doing. So Amelia, what are we going to be doing today?
Well, Chris, today we're going to be creating interesting animal characters, and not ordinary old pet animals or ordinary old wild animals. We're going to be coming up with interesting animal characters with human traits and funny flaws. And a flaw, it's when something's not perfect, because we don't want perfect characters. We're not perfect. We want interesting characters. So by the end of today, you're going to come up with your own unique animal character, ready to leap into a story.
Oh, wow, sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. What do you think, James?
Sounds great.
I'm very excited. Okay, so Amelia, who will we be meeting first today?
So how about I introduce you to Zed, the goldfish in my book, Who Fed Zed? And I'll read you a little bit, and you might like to listen out for all the rhyming words, because the unique thing about this book is that every single line in the story rhymes with the word, can you guess? Zed. So have a listen for all the Ed words as I show you Who Fed Zed. Written by me, illustrated by Adam Nichol. I'm friends with Ted and Fred and Ned. We like to play with Fred's dog Jed. But Jed has fleas, he's in the shed. Today we watch Fred's fish instead. Fred the fish is white and red. His poo hangs down in one long thread. The main thing, though, is what Fred said. Never, ever feed Zed bread. I'll give you one more. See, once Fred did give Zed some bread, and after that he looked half dead. We phoned ahead, then off we sped. The vet said, "What's this fish being fed?" So did you hear all of the Ed rhyming words as I read? Haha, did it again. So that's actually how I got the idea for that story, both the characters, Zed, Jed, Fred and Ted, and it also gave me the idea for the story.
Oh, I love it.
I reckon, Chris, if the kids could write now their own word bank list of Ed rhyming words, what do you think?
I think that sounds like a fabulous idea. So little scribers, let's get you to work. Right now, you can have a think about what you heard Amelia just read you, or you might be able to come up with a few of your own, and James has kindly written a few of those that he heard down. But I wonder what you heard, little scribers. I wonder what Ed words you heard, but other Ed words you might also be able to think of. So you're going to have a minute or so to write a few of those words down. And teachers, you could also get your class to tell you some of those words and pop them into the chat for us. And then we're going to have a look at what you can come up with. So I absolutely love that. I wonder if Amelia or anyone could come up and invent some Ed words too. What do you think?
You could. You can make up words, absolutely.
Yeah, so I like that is the way that you started this. So while our little scribers are coming up with those Ed words, and remember teachers, keep putting them in the chat so we can read some of those out in a moment. Amelia, is it tough Like, do you do that with all of your books, to just pick a rhyme and write down all the words you can think of?
No, that was a unique thing I did for Who Fed Zed. Yeah, I don't normally do that. Normally I start with the character and it comes from there. This book, it came from the words and that's what gave me the character. So, yeah, something different.
What a great idea, and what a lovely and interesting way to start a story. Littlescribers, I wonder how many Ed words you're coming up with. I remember a few from the book. There was definitely bread, which they're not meant to feed Zed. I like fed. That was another one that came up a fair bit. James, what ones were you hearing?
Ted, Fred, Ned, Jed, shed, instead, red, thread, said, bread, dead, sped, fed.
That was a lot of Ed words.
Yeah.
Have you got any coming up in the chat yet, James?
Yeah, we do. We've got wed, we've got bed, med, as in short for sort of medicine, or Club Med, I suppose. Bread, as in not the bread you eat, but as in when you're breeding animals or something like that. Yeah. And
Amazing.
lead as in the metal, but lead as in also leading something along. So some good ones.
They're great words, aren't they, Amelia?
There's lots. Well done.
I love that. So that's a really great bank of words that you've got going. And I think we've got your creative brains warmed up, Littlescribers. So Amelia, Zed is a really cool and interesting character, but you told us before that we were going to do something even more exciting with our characters. So what could we be doing next, and what animal are you going to share with us next?
So in the story, Zed is a regular pet fish and so is Jed the dog. Just like in my new book, Lucky, weirdly, there's also a regular pet goldfish called Bubbles. No, Goggles. And also a dog called Lucky, and also a python called Samantha. And they're just regular old pets. But what I usually like to do in my books is make an animal character have human traits. And when you do that, which could be like talking, like my other characters do, wearing glasses, like Neil the Amazing Sea Cucumber is wearing glasses. We've got the book chook here wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Jeff Giraffe's driving a Jeep. All of those human things, it's called anthropomorphism when you do that, when you make an animal character have human traits. So I love using anthropomorphism, which is possibly the biggest word I know, and it makes me feel very smart when I say anthropomorphism. You don't need to say it, but you are going to do it. And if I just demonstrate on the inside of the book chook, which is all about anthropomorphism, so you can see they're talking, they're walking down the street, they're going to the movies, they're doing things that humans do. So we're going to do that next for the next activity.
Well, I'm very excited about this one because I do love not just writing words sometimes, but doing some pictures and drawing as well. And I know James is particularly excited about this activity as well.
Woo.
So Amelia, how about we get everyone to start off by drawing a goldfish? What do you think?
Yes.
But maybe we could give that goldfish some human traits.
Yeah, so maybe some clothes to wear, some accessories that they're holding or next to them, something they like to do, like do they like to go to school or play soccer, something that a human would do, but make your goldfish animal character do that. Can't wait to see what you draw.
Absolutely. So Littlescribers, we'd like you to get your pencils or your pens out now, and we're going to draw a goldfish. And James is going to have a go at this as well, which is very exciting. So we're going to draw a goldfish character, but you have to give that goldfish character some human traits, some things that it might be if it was a human. So as Amelia said, it might be some accessories, like James is drawing a goldfish there with a hat. Maybe your goldfish wears glasses. Maybe they could be carrying something that they love, maybe a book or a soccer ball or a bag. I wonder what else you can come up with. They're just a few ideas, but I bet you've got lots more ideas. So you've got a couple of minutes, and then I'd love for us to do a zoom around the country and have a look at some of your pictures. So as soon as you're ready and you've finished your amazing drawing, I'm not even going to try to say that big word that Amelia was sharing because I'll get it bumbled around. We're going to have a look at some of your goldfish and just see what human characteristics you've given them. I wonder what they're going to come up with, Amelia. Do you often apply any tricks when you do it? Are there any things that you've seen? Look at all those amazing. You can't see this, Amelia. Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you. We've got so many kids with their heads down drawing.
Great.
Inspired by what you've asked them to do, and boy, oh boy, I can't wait to see what they're creating. So we'll be coming back.
That's exactly what I do. I just jump right in. I let my imagination go wild. I don't have any tricks. I just imagine and have fun with it. So just imagine what would be a fun or funny or interesting thing for your character to have or do.
Oh, I love that. I think having fun's really important, isn't it? As children's authors, and all of us are here on the set today, James, myself, and you, Amelia, I think having fun with our stories and books is one of the most important things. How are you going, little scribers? Remember, get you to start holding those boards up as soon as you finish some drawings. And James's drawing is looking fantastic as well. It's got a bit of a French. Oh, it's old. I thought it had a bit of a French flair.
He's an old goldfish. He's 3 months old. He's had a lovely long life. He needs a bit of help to get around his fish tank.
I absolutely love it. Now, Amelia, I'm ashamed you can't see that. Basically, James has drawn this gorgeous goldfish with a walker.
Okay.
Old goldfish with glasses and a Zimmer frame. Yeah, it's fantastic. So, little scribers, I'd love to have a look at some of your work now. And Amelia, I'm going to describe a few of these to you so you can know what they're creating as well. We're just waiting for a few to pop up on the screen. But I think this is such a great, fun way to start working on creating stories. Okay, what have we got? So we have one with a little cap and a soccer ball. This one has a beautiful star and love heart collar around its neck. I love that.
Beautiful.
With some great Ed words written above it as well. And here's another one. Here's one with a top hat, glasses, carrying a bag with a beautiful red jacket and a green skirt. I love it. Yep. Oh, here's one. I'm trying to work out. Oh, hi. This one says hello. It's got a top hat.
It's got legs.
And
very good.
Yeah, and it has fantastic legs and a sort of lattice tail.
That one has got bling. It's got a gold chain with a $ on it, dark sunnies, and a hat.
I think that's a gangster goldfish.
A gangster goldfish, love it.
I got 99 problems, but algae in my tank ain't one.
Oh, we've got another one here with a really cool curly mustache and legs. We've got a lot of goldfish with legs.
And that one's looking a bit like a piranha. Look at the teeth on that one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we have a goldfish reading a book with a tie. Looks very elegant.
It does.
Yeah.
And that one's got legs too. It looks like a librarian. Oh, that one's a bit of a rapper as well.
Those librarians.
Oh no, it's a grandma. It's got a gold. Oh, this one's a painter. Oh, it's so gorgeous.
Yeah, so we have
Who drew this? This is a great style for illustrating
from
books.
Hanley Vale Public School.
Oh, and someone's got an old grandpa fish too. I love it.
Hello, it's good to see everyone from Italian Bilingual School.
So Amelia, what's really lovely about all of these ones is that everyone has really taken on board your advice. They've added really cool things like top hats, haven't they, James? And they've added really great characteristics. Like I loved the painting one.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I loved the one that was reading a book. All of these really great human traits and characteristics, but all of them still looked like goldfish. In some way, shape or form. So that's really, really great. I love it. Okay, so we've got our pictures, we've got our drawings now. So now that they've done that, what would you like our wonderful little scribers to do next?
So now I think writing some sentences about our character would be a good idea because we've got what our character looks like, right? But we're going to think a little bit more about developing their character on the inside, their personality. So we can give them a voice, you could say.
Oh, I love that idea. So perhaps you could get them going a little bit. So little scribers, now that you've got your picture, we want you to think about that character you've created. If it's your painting fish or your soccer playing fish or your fish with lots of bling, maybe it is a gangster fish, who knows? We're going to give you a couple of sentence starters, and teachers, we would love for you to be able to put some of these sentences in the chat for us to read out as well. And remember, little scribers, you could be writing just a sentence. If you want to write a little bit more than that, that's fantastic. Or just a few extra words. And remember that Ed word bank as well. If you want to, you could even draw on some words in that word bank. So we're going to give them a few sentence starters, Amelia. Would you like me to share those, or do you want to give them the first one that they can use?
I can give them. We could start by writing. My fish wears, and then you fill in the rest of the sentence. That could be the first one. My fish wears,
Yep. ... My fish wears.
And we could then have our second sentence be, my fish loves. So have a think about what your goldfish might love to do or have or be. And the third sentence could be, my fish doesn't, doesn't like this, doesn't love that, doesn't do this. So those are your three sentences. My fish wears, my fish loves, and my fish doesn't.
I love that because it's going to give you different aspects of the personality. And I bet when you were drawing your fish, Littlescribers, I bet you had a bit of an idea in your mind already, but you may not have even realised it was there. So these couple of sentences, and you've got a couple of minutes now to do these writing, just to write those three sentences for us. So my fish wears, a description of what they're wearing. My fish loves. What do they love? Is it something that they're holding, or is it something special or different that we can't see in your picture? My fish doesn't. What is it that they don't? As Amelia said, what don't they like? What don't they do? What don't they say? What don't they think? I wonder. What an interesting set. And remember, teachers, we'd love to see some of that writing in the chat. And James is going to have a go with his old grandpa fish as well. And you could use that fish. I'd love to see those couple of sentences in just a moment. And we will also have a bit of a zoom around. So when you have finished writing, pop your pens or pencils down and hold up your board so we know you're ready to have a look at. I'll be interested to see what James is coming up with too, because that was a fantastic grandpa fish. I've never seen a grandpa goldfish before. So James, what does your fish love and doesn't?
He wears a stylish hat and scarf to keep himself warm. The scarf was a 30th birthday present. My fish loves his fishy flakes, AM radio and crossword puzzles.
I'd love to see a fish doing a crossword puzzle. He'd have to have waterproof paper.
My fish doesn't like noisy little fish, hermit crabs. They've got something to hide. They're shifty. Or rap music.
Or rap music.
But he does like an occasional bit of 90s hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be more of an opera fan, or perhaps, I don't know, symphony.
Yeah, occasionally. Yeah, he likes a bit of that.
My car radio got stuck on AM like an opera channel for a while. It was quite educational. It was interesting. Yeah, how are you going, Littlescribers? Do you need a couple more, another minute or so? I can't wait to see. James, do we have anything coming up in the chat yet?
Oh, yeah, we got heaps.
Oh, fantastic. Let's have a listen. And remember, Littlescribers, when you're ready, hold up your boards nice and still to the camera, because as soon as my wonderful team here can see them, they're going to start bringing them up on the screen for us. But James, would you like to share a few with Amelia?
There's some great ones. I'm just starting to laugh. My fish wears jorts. That's all it says, jorts. My fish loves fancy things like a crown. My fish loves to do magic. My fish is a hockey player wearing human clothes. My fish loves gangsters.
Oh, that must have been the bling fish.
Yeah. My fish wears a French hat, fashionable glasses, and holds a cup. My fish doesn't like losing to Ned.
Okay.
Oh, this one says, I have a bed in my red coral reef and I am Ed in my lead fish bowl.
Oh, your grandpa's not going to like that.
No.
James, we've got a couple here on the screen as well, and then we'll come back to the chat. We have my fish wears a jacket. My fish loves reading a book. It's a fish after my own heart. My fish doesn't like to swim. That might be a little problem for a fish.
Yeah, or maybe he can just set up a little day bed, just relax and read at the bottom of the tank.
Yeah, but Amelia, what do you like about that one, not liking to swim? That could create quite an interesting story.
Really love that idea. I'm thinking, does it have like a mechanical assistance to swim, or does it just stay still? Does it hitch a ride on a hermit crab? I'm really
hitching a ride on a hermit crab. There you go, love it.
This one is laid out so well. It's like a page in a book. My goldfish doesn't like staying inside. And then whoosh, you can see the goldfish surfing on a big wave like we have at Manly at the moment. My goldfish was surfing because it was a very hot day. My goldfish, my goldfish? I was going to say girlfriend and goldfish.
Yep.
My goldfish love surfing because it keeps them cool.
Ah, there you go. That is a very cool goldfish, that one.
My fish loves doing magic tricks.
Oh, and it's got a top hat that's pulling something out of the top hat.
My fish wears a jersey. My fish loves soccer. My fish doesn't like other fish.
Oh, that could be a problem too, couldn't it?
Likes a tank by himself. My fish wears a hat. My fish loves me. My fish doesn't yell.
Lucky. That could make a very noisy fishbowl.
Just lots of bubbles. My fish wears a hat. My fish loves you.
Aww.
My fish doesn't like spots.
Snots or spots?
Spots. Maybe, is that like spots on people's clothing or spots on the side of the fish tank? Maybe they're like a clean fish tank.
And this fish is very elegant, Amelia. It has a beautiful beret with like a pearl necklace and a walking stick.
This looks like some kind of robo fish. No, he's got a walking frame too, I see. I thought it was like Wolverine claws for a second. My fish wears blue. My fish doesn't swim. My fish loves rice. That's from Langwarrin Public.
I think we need a book about a fish who doesn't like to swim.
My fish wears is it chain? My fish loves singing. My fish doesn't like losing teeth. No lollies for you then.
I like that. And Amelia, I think it's really interesting when people are using the don'ts as something that's a little bit unusual for a fish, isn't it?
I love it.
Yeah, it really opens
So
up
good.
to who they are, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good character development. I love it.
This one says my
we've got
fish
one more in
likes
the chat.
lying. It's an untrustworthy fish.
Ooh.
My
I love
fish
it.
likes lying.
My fish has a baby fish. This one from St. Mary's. My fish loves fish sticks.
Oh dear.
Does it know where the fish sticks come from?
It mustn't. Surely it doesn't.
Oh my goodness, a little cannibal fish.
Oh goodness.
Let's put that in the word
We'll
bank.
leave it on that note and we'll move on. Okay, so maybe that will lead us and segue us nicely, Amelia, into the next activity. So we've got some amazingly fascinating fish there. I am blown away, Littlescribe. That is absolutely, you've given me a hugest grin. I'm loving it so far. But, Amelia, I still think our Littlescribers can do more. I think we can elevate our fish and make them even more interesting and fabulous. How do we do that?
Well, when I'm writing, what I like to do is think of a person that I know from my real life, or sometimes I do this with a TV character, a movie character that I know, and I think about something about that person or that character, and I take that thing and I give it to my animal character that I've made up. And so that's a way of developing your animal character. And I'll give you a secret tip. It's interesting if you choose a flaw. So a flaw is like when they're not perfect, something wrong with them or something bad. So like my flaw would be is that I'm always losing my phone, my keys, my sunnies. So I'm a bit, I'm just like that. I don't know why, but that's what I am. So you could give that as a flaw to your character. For example, the book chook is kind of someone I know in my family, and I won't say who it is because it's just better I don't, but this person is panicky and they jump to conclusions and they talk way too much. So I put that trait onto Ray the book chook to bring him to life. So yeah, have a think about somebody that you know, could be a friend, a teacher, a parent, and something a little bit annoying about them or a little bit funny about them, and give that to your goldfish character. Have a think and see what you come up with.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. And Littlescribers, you could add just a word near your fish and your wonderful sentences to tell us what that flaw might be. Or maybe if you're up to doing it, you could write us a whole sentence about my fish, doesn't like something, or my fish isn't able to do this, or my fish can be really annoying. You could expand that into some sentences to add to the ones you've already written. It's completely up to you. But I want you to have a think about the flaws. So we have got some other examples. Maybe your fish is loud. Maybe it's bossy, it's forgetful. I like that Amelia suggested perhaps you could think about your teachers. I'll be curious to see how many kids draw an inspiration from the teachers in their room, which would be very funny too. Sorry, teachers. Little scribers, I hope you're hard at work now thinking about your fish, thinking about the flaws that are going to make that fish even more interesting. You've got your wonderful book, Amelia, that I love, about Neil. What would be a flaw in Neil, for example, the sea cucumber?
Yeah, so Neil's flaw is that he's really like boring. He's really down and negative, and he's always sort of got this view of the world and he's kind of like that all the time. So that would be Neil's flaw. And I would say Jeff Giraffe, Jeff's flaw is that he's just too optimistic and wants to get his goals, and love him for that, love him, but, you know, take it down a notch, Jeff, because it's a bit much, bit annoying. So that would be Jeff's flaw.
So you could write, if you wanted to apply that to your fish, little scribers, you could write, my fish can be way over the top, or my fish can be a bit fresh, like annoying. I know that's a really big word. And teachers, remember, we'd love you to pop some of these flaw words into the chat, and even some of their full sentences as well. Be very funny, I think. We've already got some fantastic fish. For example, a flaw could be that the fish doesn't like to swim, which could be a big problem for a fish, I would say. So there's already some great ideas there. And little scribers, I hope you're coming up with some really great ideas for your fish. Maybe you already knew what their flaws were when you were creating your character, or maybe you didn't. What's interesting about your fish? Are they boring? Are they nervous? Do they talk too much? A bit like me sometimes. James is laughing. I think we might have some coming in the chat already, Amelia.
You're all cracking me up today. This one just says, my fish likes to touch rattlesnakes. That's probably a flaw, I think. It's probably not a good idea.
That might reduce the life expectancy of the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goldfish doesn't like his brother and is annoying.
Oh.
My goldfish quits all the time.
Oh.
My fish loves to sing but has a terrible voice. And someone came up with this pun in here, and I had it too. I just had, my character is, George is very shellfish. But maybe instead of just saying it like that, I could also say something like, George has to share a tank with, what's the name of it, like a tiny type of fish?
Neo.
With a Neo. George misses having it all to himself. When the fishy flakes arrive, float down, George tries to take them all for himself.
Oh.
And so that's saying that he's selfish, but it's describing it in a way that brings it more to life.
He's greedy. Yeah. I wonder what you're coming up with, little scribers. And remember, when you're done, we'd love to see you hold them up again. So James and I can have a look and tell Amelia the amazing things that you're creating. So hold them nice and still to the camera and keep popping them in the chat, because these sentences and these ideas are how we start to build our character and make a really interesting character, which you could then build a story from as well. So as soon as we get some held up nice and still, we'll get them up on the screen. James, have you got another one?
My fish thinks fishing hooks are beautiful.
Oh.
My fish is evil, with 3 exclamation marks. My fish wears red balloons, loves to eat bread, but my fish is allergic to latex and gluten, so my fish is covered in a rash.
Oh my goodness. And look, we've got some here, James, as well. Let's have a look.
You've read prepared that.
Okay, so we've got, my fish doesn't like being mean or fighting.
Or fighting. That's good.
Yeah, my fish always forgets his soccer ball.
And my fish is a Swiftie.
Ah.
Hey!
Forgets his soccer ball, so he's a bit
That's not a
forgetful.
flaw.
I can be a bit forgetful too. Well done.
My fish loves to touch cobras. My fish loves his gun.
Oh, this is a gangster fish.
Wears collar with zigzags. He doesn't run away from sharks. He kills them.
Oh, He's tough.
Wow, he is tough.
We haven't got a flaw there. I wonder if you can figure out your gangster flaw.
My fish is not good at being a good sport. Great idea, Ruby. Great sentence.
Hold them nice and still.
My fish isn't very bad at flipping. That means they're quite good at it then, I guess.
Yes.
My fish doesn't like banana. My fish isn't good at flipping either. Fair enough.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Great.
My
Fish likes playing soccer but doesn't like playing basketball.
Okay. So, you know, that would be a really fun one, Amelia, where you had to make that fish play basketball and see what they did, wouldn't it?
My fish says this all the time. I'm hungry. I'm starving. Are we there yet?
Oh, a bit impatient, that fish, I think.
Yeah.
Slightly annoying, yeah.
My fish is a waiter. I'm a waiter and I love red, and I have a hat on my head. After work, I want to go on my bed. My friend offers me bread. He always is using thread. He can't stop sneezing and sneezes as he throws plates around.
And look at that wonderful rhyming, Amelia. Did you hear that?
I picked up on that. Well done. It took me forever to write Who Fed Said. Who's busting out these rhymes at that speed?
I know.
My fish is obsessed with herself. She's terrified of a bad hair day.
Just a scene.
And the picture is fantastic as well, Amelia. I love it.
Okay, hold it a bit higher for us, mate. Hold it a little bit higher. My fish wears a ski mask. I can see that. Maybe they can hang out with the old gangster fish before. Oh, look at that. It's like a dinosaur fish. I love meat. That's amazing.
Hilarious. All right, so I think we're going to move on to the next activity, Amelia. This is fantastic. So we have our fish, little scribers. You have your fish, and you've got really great fish. These are fantastic. We know what their traits are, so we know what they like to wear, we know what they like to do, we know what they don't like or what perhaps they're not good at. We even know with most of our fish what their flaw is. So I think, Amelia, it might be time to start writing a story. And this, where we already had one example there, this is where that Ed word bank that we did might come back in handy again. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So, yeah, we know about our characters that you've all come up with so brilliantly. So let's get writing using some of those Ed words from your word bank or whatever other Ed words just come to you when you start writing, and start off a story. It doesn't have to make sense, but bring your goldfish to life with a story about them or that something that happens to them, and see how many words that rhyme with Ed you can put in there and have a whole lot of fun with it, because that's what I did with writing Who Fed Said.
So, little scribers, we'd love to see you starting to write a sentence now. Perhaps you could start your story with one day, and you could give your fish a work. You might like to even get a new piece of paper now, or create some space on your whiteboard, or flip your whiteboard over if there's room on the back, so you've got a nice clean space to start your writing. You could start your writing off with a sentence starter like, one day I, or you could give your fish a name and you could say one day, and it could be, say, Zed, inspired by Amelia's wonderful book. I wonder what name you might give your fish. Or it could just, you could talk as if you were the fish. So one day I could be a really great way to start. What are some of the other great ways to start a story, Amelia? What do you think as our little scribers get writing?
Yeah, you can start with dialogue, so some talking. So your fish might start by talking to the reader or talking to another character that might pop into your mind. Maybe your goldfish character has a friend to talk to or an enemy to stay away from, and they start by talking. That could be a good idea to start a story.
That's a great idea. Or maybe we could even start the story with where they are. We could say that it was very dark where the fish was to start with, perhaps. Or maybe it was very bright or very noisy. Imagine if your fish doesn't like loud sounds, or like James's fish, that old grumpy fish who did not like little fish. Perhaps we could start the story. Have you got a story start yet?
Yeah,
you
I've
do,
rewritten that
James?
into a little bit of rhyme.
Amazing. Let's have a look at what James has created. That might help you, little scribers, if you're sort of still thinking about how to get going. So
I need my tiny little fish here as well, and they're going to have to be red because I mentioned red in my words. So I'm going to put them here. I'm going to give them big, beautiful eyes and little fins here. And then it goes, George is yellow, baby is red. George has a hat upon his head. Baby's hungry, George is well fed. Baby fishy, wet the bed. I don't know if that's possible for a fish to wet the bed, but it rhymed, so I just put it in.
Well, I don't think there's any problem with that, because remember, we were adding human characteristics to our characters. So, Littlescribers, just remember, you're not limited to a fish in a fishbowl. Your fish could be at a soccer game. Maybe that's what's so exciting. Maybe they're even playing in the World Cup if your fish likes soccer. Or your fish with a bad headache, maybe that fish has gone to the hairdresser today. And that could be what your story is. Maybe they have had the worst haircut in the entire fish world. Who knows? And Littlescribers, remember, we would love to see any of those stories we can in the chat. And in a moment, we'll have another look and see if we can have a zoom around too. We've probably only got about a minute more to get your writing. And just remember, Littlescribers, that you can keep working on these after the session. So get those stories going, inspired by your fish. And in about 30 seconds, we're going to start to have a look. James, have we got any coming up in the chat?
We haven't got a whole thing yet, but we do have a wonderful starting line.
Oh, great.
Which has come from 3G Langwarrin Primary School. They've got once a pond a time.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Love it. Dad joke at maximum. Beautiful.
That is fantastic. And we would love for you to keep working on these after the session as well. Remember, it doesn't end here with the end of the session. This is just to inspire you, to give you a creative brain, something exciting to work on. And those fish are truly, truly fabulous. I reckon we could have a quick look around, see what some people have been creating.
Let's do it.
So if you could hold up your writing, remember, it doesn't have to be finished yet. Just hold up where you're at. We're going to have a bit of a look. Here's one. Hello, my name is Zed. I always want to go to bed, but he has to be fed, and then he has to go get his PJs that are red. I love it.
Brilliant.
I love it.
I fed Zed. Instead, we led Zed to bed.
Oh, there's a lot of Zeds going to bed here.
One day, Fred hid in his bed.
Oh,
One day, Ted was hiding in the shed.
I wonder what Fred is hiding from in his bed.
My fish is named Fred, and he likes eating Ted. That is missed and likes to knit and shoot in bed.
Oh, goodness. Love it. That must be another gangster.
One day, Fred went to the shops and got a lot of bread.
Oh,
She got home and put it on her head. On the bed? I'm not sure. Lift it a little bit higher.
Lift it up higher.
A little higher. I can't see the rest of the story. Oh my gosh. We're going to miss out on the story. Lift it higher. Seven Hills Public School. Lift it higher.
There we go. Oh, almost. Bit higher. Bit more.
Oh, there. And put it in the bed in the shed. Okay, wonderful. One day someone fed Fred the fish bread, and Fred said, "Someone fed me bread. Who fed me bread?" Nobody knew who fed Fred bread.
So Amelia, that was great because they put some great dialogue in there that time.
They did, and tongue twister too.
Yeah. One more, I think.
My fish does not like lying, but loves being funny.
Oh.
My fish is the funniest fish in the world. He is so funny.
I love it. That is so great. What amazing writing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So good.
Gorgeous.
All right, we're almost out of time. James, I'm sorry to do this again.
It's always so quick, isn't it? And we're always having so
is.
much fun.
I
But
know.
sometimes we just got to finish the session and move on.
I know. Can you give us a really quick recap of
I can.
all the amazing things that we have done in this session?
Okay.
All
so,
right.
Amelia.
Are we ready?
Hunter.
We reckon, see if James can do it in 30 seconds again.
Okay. All right, here we go. We are creating characters with flaws. That means imperfections. It makes them more accessible. Word bank, lots of ed words. And then anthropomorphism, giving animals human traits like wearing clothes, talking, driving cars, going to the beach, voting, doing
Being a
taxes.
gangster.
And then we've got George and little baby Red here. They were my little characters. My fish wears, my fish loves, my fish doesn't. We wrote some writing. We tried to put in some ed words. And then we had once upon a time.
Fantastic. How impressive.
So good.
So impressive, isn't it, Amelia? Thank you.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. I can guarantee there's going to be some amazing writing coming through, Amelia. It was such a fabulous and inspiring workshop, but remember, the fun doesn't stop here. And as I said, we would love you to brainstorm in your class, perhaps who you might share your writing with, keep working on it, edit it, elevate it. And teachers, just remember that there are fantastic resources on the Littlescribe platform where you might even just like to share just the pages the kids have created from today's session to create your own collaborative book. And all of your kids can be authors, just like myself and James and Amelia. So exciting. This is just so fantastic. We can't wait to read your writing. Amelia, again, thank you so much for joining us today for today's masterclass. And James, once again, thank you so much as well.
No worries, Chris. Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Now, coming up next, we will have George here with some dino dramas. So it's wonderful to have you here for today's Littlescribe Author Masterclass. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.